it sits at the moment. Toulouse, top of the pile, 26 points, plus 26 points, I should say, on 17. But look at Leinster's points difference, 82. My word, they played some good stuff this season. Sitting behind Toulouse on 15 points. Bath and Wasps done. This is now a two-team pool, a battle for a home quarter-final between those two giants of European rugby. So, the Aviva Stadium has cleared out. Everyone's gone to get some warmth, and Leo Cullen, the brave man as he is, has come up here without a coat. I don't know how you've managed that, because it is cold. But you played like it was a summer's day at times, Leo.
Marcus told me we were heading upstairs, so as he stands there in his warm jacket. The conditions obviously are very, very difficult. So we look out our windows this morning and see the conditions. But we were a little bit lucky maybe in the first half. Conditions are okay. A lot of guys were a bit frustrated with how we performed last week. Lost a lot of contacts. So big focus on that this week. Thought the guys were a lot better. Started the game well. Took some opportunities when they came along, and we're pleased to get a win because we know Bath are a very, very good team.
The win obviously important in this pool, but to be able to fix something like that in the space of a week and act on it out there today, it must be really pleasing.
Well, the challenge is for us, post November when you get guys back, so you have a week really to get up and running again after being away for 4 or 5 weeks. So that's a challenge for us that we continually face. But I thought the guys applied themselves well. I thought Bath performed really well last week as well. So very aggressive around the ruck, very strong in the contact area, and it's a reasonably simple game at the end of the day. So the conditions are tough over there as well. So a lot of factors. The guys have worked away, I thought, this week well. We've had a few bangs and bumps, over the course of November as well. So we're trying to manage guys. And now we've got 3 exciting interpros to look forward to. Connacht next week, Munster down in Limerick on the 29th, and up to see Geordie. Geordie's come back to see us in the new year as well. So, and obviously then shaping up into round 5 and 6 after that.
And then Toulouse, that's now a huge game, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And with the quality of teams in the pool, if you want to be serious about it, you're going to have to play some of the best teams. And Toulouse are playing fantastically well at the moment in Europe. They have their old mojo back. Play a very exciting brand of rugby. A mix of forwards that are able to offload the ball and backs with an unbelievable amount of pace and skill. So it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Jordy and I were talking, and we were saying, like, how do you fix, if you've got a problem with your set piece, you can try and work on that during the week, but to fix problems like collision time and breakdown time in the space of a week is tricky. What do you do? How do you do that? Is it an attitude thing, or what? A little
bit of everything, yeah. So there's certain techniques that guys work on continually. So we have coaches that'll feed back to the players on a regular basis about and work on technical aspects of their game. So but there's the mental side of the game. There's the matchup of the games back to back, playing the same team. So that's we've been burned by that in the past, where we've won away from home, lost back here the following week. So it's a little bit unique, which makes again the competition very special.
It felt like there was more of a focus on the ball carrier this week. You hear players talking about them being the 60% man that gives targets to those that are clearing out the ruck. Was that something that you discussed through the week, that you need to be?
I haven't said that when we get his first turnover. It was about 90 seconds into the game. I'm like, what were we showing everybody all week? But I thought we responded pretty well. Bath got the 3 points, and we seemed to manage things a little bit better for the rest of the first half.
What impressed you most, Jordy, about that performance?
I think just you touched on it there in the first kind of 2 minutes of either the first half and the second half. Bath got quick turnovers, but just how the rest of the Leinster boys managed to galvanise themselves around that, and then it didn't happen again for the rest of either of those halves. So obviously whatever was said during the week really worked, and they just they didn't get to have as good a day as they did last week. So
also, just the pressure on everyone to keep their Leinster shirt is incredible, and having Rory O'Loughlin get man of the match today, Brian, is huge. There's a queue of guys waiting to start on this team at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's testament to the strength of the squad, and when you lose someone like Issa Nasuo, the captain, and had been a talisman for Leinster for many seasons, and particularly losing Robbie Henshaw now for an extended period of time, it's very hard replacing that calibre of individual. But I have to say, Rory O'Loughlin, I thought particularly in defence, was very, very good. It's an area of his game that's really grown in the 3 or 4 seasons that he's been part of this Leinster setup. And these tries may seem very easy, but you got to run those lines, and sometimes you won't get them, and other times you get to be on the end of 5-pointers. So a very deserving man of the match today, although you could have picked 3 or 4 others.
Day we talk about Johnny Sexton, who was brilliant again today, wasn't he?
I know, yeah, he was really outstanding. Anytime he got the ball, you kind of felt he was going to do something, and we pointed out just before the end of the first half when the forwards gave him that strong line-out ball and they got a penalty, and he was just able to put in one of those magical kicks for Adam Byrne. So no, he's an incredible asset to have in any team.
He's so smart, Leo. He hit a little cross kick in the first half, and it went dead. Play went dead just before that. He actually practiced the cross kick, and then once he got possession, he executed it. He's always thinking about what's on, what's possible, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always a few steps ahead, Johnny. Yeah, I think he's a bit of a rugby nerd, so he is. You know, spends a lot of time in his game. Very aware of what's going on the whole time. And yeah, we're lucky to have him in the squad. So some good competition there even as well. I think Ross is maturing all the time, and Kieran Frawley, even Noel Reid has stepped in there a bit this year. So yeah, no, it's good competitive area.
I'm going to let you go. Before you go, though, after the frustrations of last week, even in victory, your feelings about your team at the moment and where you are?
Yeah, we're still obviously chasing Toulouse, who are top of the pool. So yeah, we'll gear strongly towards that round 5 game now and know how crucial it is. But we know Wasps as well. The week after is going to be a tough game for us. So yeah, we'll just try and battle it out as best we can. Respect the teams that are still in the competition, because we've seen, you know, when we lost to Toulouse, you could see the reaction they had after the game, and you could see how much it meant to them as a club. So, and you got that sense when you're down there. So yeah, we won't be taking it for granted.
Cheers, Leo. You know Brian's the only one with gloves on. He's gone soft quick, isn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, everyone's saying that. Thanks for your time.
Thanks,
We'll let you go and get warm. Good stuff. Let's talk about the set piece for Leinster today. It was impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely. Look, the conditions dictate that game, especially in the second half. There was a couple of stages where the wind really picked up and a bit of rain came in. But no, I thought they looked very strong, especially with the boys that came on in the second half. So look, it's great for a back line, definitely, to see that.
And the way they played, Brian, because the conditions just got worse and worse and worse. So much invention. Did that surprise you?
It didn't. I suppose they, like all sides, they're a confidence team where when they score early on and their and passes start sticking, you know, you can see their chest puff out, and you know they grow too, and they got some early scores and had that bonus point before half time. But when you have the luxury of bringing the likes of Andrew Porter on, I know Jack McGrath is injured, but Ed Burns come in and done a terrific job. James Tracy again has been fantastic in replacing Sean Cronin. So you've got that quality in your 23. That's what you need in tight games, whatever about pool matches, but in tight games in the knockout stages, that's the calibre of player you need to shine through.
They're looking like a team they're going to be very hard to beat, Jordy, don't they?
Yeah, look, I think that they're always going to be a tough team to beat, and the thing about Leinster is once they get rolling, then the confidence gets high and kind of the sky's the limit for them. So it'll be very interesting to see now this fixture against Toulouse now in the coming weeks, who are obviously in high confidence as well, but it's going to be a titanic battle. Really looking forward to that.
He's frustrated, Brian, isn't he?
I agree with him. We said in comms, it was the last pass that hurt them a number of times when it looked as though they had them stretched. And you'll know, Jordy, that against the best teams, you have to take your opportunities and build momentum and pressure, and ultimately that's where scores come.
That's the thing with a team like Leinster, they don't open the door twice for you. So if you're bad, Todd Blackadder is obviously very frustrated, and rightly so, because they got themselves in really good positions. He said it there a number of times, and just that last pass let them down. And to come somewhere like here in the Aviva, you need to be taking those opportunities 100% of the time.
Well, let's leave the last words with Leinster, Brian. They're looking sharp, they're looking good, but still a good battle in that pool with Toulouse.
Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom from last weekend. They had a disappointing performance by their standards, but this is more vintage Leinster. They were outstanding today, scored some terrific tries. So, congrats to them, and yeah, it'll be a very interesting game against Toulouse in round 5. Should be exciting.